the way it's depicted, it shows more and more, or makes it seem more and more, that this raid is not gonna fail. But still, I have my Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you had a pleasant Christmas. Today I want to review the latest chapter of One Piece, chapter 1036, and at the end I want to give my predictions for the next chapter, chapter 1037. For the review, I'm gonna go over the chapter quickly and then pick up my favorite 3 moments of the chapter. Let's start. The cover page, really nice, a nice picture. I like this one really a lot. The chapter starts with we getting the confirmation that Zoro defeated King for good. We get a nice picture of King's wing and King's sword being cut in half, and him transitioning into a flashback with Kaido one more time. After that, Zoro is pretty much propelling himself back to the island, and we get to see one of these surveilling, one of these recording girls with that seal on her face, transmitting the information of the defeat to the CP0. We get a short switch of scenes to Big Mom and Kid and Law. We get Momo, we get the fire yokai, we get some action with Yamato and one of the giant Oni. We get some action with Usopp and 2 of the scabbards, Kiku and Kinemon. Usopp gets saved by Izo, who calls him God Usopp. Nice thing. A few pictures with Laizo fighting the other ninja, them having their paralyze, stare down, showdown. We get a short scene with Orochi and Hiyori Oden, aka Komurasaki. We have a scene of Apu being on with his tail between the leg and running with one of the Oni, and X-Drake being taken out by CP0. We see a few shots of the different Straw Hats members and some other characters. And the chapter finishes off with the fight between Luffy and Kaido, with them exchanging blows. So now for my favorite 3 moments of the chapter. So it was kind of hard to pick a favorite moment. I think it was overall a pretty good chapter. I was really happy the way it ended this year. But I had to choose, I felt. And the first moment was the flashback of King, which one more time confirmed this analogy we have with King and Zoro, both as the first mates, as the right-hand man of their respective captains, but also the analogy between Luffy and Kaido, even more important. So even though it was the battle of Zoro and King, and it was King's flashback, I think it was way more important because it highlighted King's character in his younger years, and I think that might give us already a glimpse of Kaido's true nature. And I have my theory for that, and I'm sure I'm gonna put out a video pretty close as soon as possible. Second moment I really liked the best was hard for me to choose. I was first thinking about the moment of Usopp trying to save Kiku and Kinemon, and the moment of him being kind of acknowledged or being called out as God Usopp, kind of for the comedy, but also because I really like his character and I like the whole dynamic with this God Usopp. But another moment that I think stood out way more for the context of story development was CP0 getting information about the current state, about the situation, and about the results of the battles with about the battles Sanji versus Queen and King versus Zoro versus King, with the Straw Hats having dominated each respectively, and them kind of getting cold feet the way it seems, and saying, okay, yeah, we still have these 2 monsters, referring to Kaido and Big Mom, but kind of acknowledging the stakes are high and that this might be a total turnover, a total change for the future of One Piece and the world of One Piece. So it's really nice to be called out at this moment and confirming for us the readers where it's kind of going. And my last favorite scene, of course, the exchange of Luffy and Kaido. I think it was just amazing to see the way those two actually enjoyed the fight. And I think the way it's depicted, it shows more and more, or makes it seem more and more, that this raid is not gonna fail. But still, I have my theory and I have my skepticism about this just going too smooth, and there might be some caveat, So my prediction for the next chapter, 1037, which is not gonna be released before next year, so we won't get any One Piece for this year anymore. For the next chapter, we might get some few panels, some few pictures dedicated to each of the fights, Luffy versus Kaido, Kid and Law versus Big Mom, but I highly doubt that that's gonna be the focus. I think the current chapter, 36, just set the stage for the different conflicts and showed where we are right now. But I think there need to be some solutions for the other minor conflicts with Robin and Brooke and the CP0 members, Yamato. But I do expect another conclusion of any of the other situations in the next chapters. So I think we will get either a conclusion for the Yamato situation or maybe the Orochi situation. Komurasaki, aka Hiyori, versus Orochi situation. And for those who are not familiar with Japanese folklore, there is the mythological eight-headed serpent called Yamato no Orochi, which was slain by the Japanese Shinto god Susanoo, and in the midst of which a sword was found, a legendary sword. So it will be interesting to see if it will be actually Hiyori who will take down Orochi, the way just as she said she wanted to do or she wished to do, or if it's gonna be Momonosuke, her brother, which would be nice to see, giving him another task than just preventing Onigashima from falling and giving him an actual personal, like a human adversary. Or maybe we will see Zoro getting up from his rest to go into a final bout for this arc. Let's see. Like I said, I don't expect a conclusion. That's my strongest and most definite prediction for any of the big two fights, versus Big Mom and versus Kaido. So we can probably only expect a conclusion, a final conclusion, seeing a victor for the Big Mom fight soonest chapter 1038, probably more 39. And for the fight Luffy versus Kaido, I think the soonest we can expect a conclusion might be 39 or chapter 1040. To sum up my prediction, no result, no conclusion for either of the big fights, but I think we might see a conclusion, another one of the other minor fights being finished. That's it for today. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you again. Thank you for watching. Bye, and enjoy your time and enjoy the New Year time.